going on, guys? This your boy John the Liquidator outside fishing, bruh. I'm in currently fishing mode, and Nike just dropped Caitlin Clark official logo, bruh. I thought it was over for today. I thought it was no more news for the rest of the day that was going to be coming out of the WNBA pipeline or even the Caitlin Clark pipeline. But Caitlin Clark made it her business to repost Nike dropping her logo. Now, we all know this is long overdue, bro. Long overdue. She should have been had this logo done. She should have been had all her Nike stuff done and over with. But whatever the case may be, they made it their business to get it done today. Guys, I'm done talking. Let's check out the commercial. Pray to God I don't get copyrighted. Let's get it. Let's go.
We're live on WNIK, and as usual, we're talking about Caitlin Clark.
So as you guys can see from the post there, Caitlin Clark logo is literally CC. And I think this was legendary, bro, for them to set it up the way that they did. Now, it's long overdue, like I stated. But, guys, this is about damn time. Let's offer some the best news we done got in a mighty long time. Guys, get down in the comment section. Let me know y'all thoughts about this. Y'all already know. On to some footage.
In the city, and I think, there's already been so much time, effort put in by so many people that aren't going to get credit for what they did to bring All-Star here. So, trying to make it the best All-Star the WNBA's ever had. I know we'll certainly do that, but also, it is certainly a cool honor for sure.
Have you seen your billboard that's going up on the JW?
I haven't seen it, but I've heard about it. Yeah, it's pretty solid. Anytime you get on the JW in Indianapolis, like, that's a big deal. Good, thanks.
What do you feel like is a positive trait for you guys?
A positive what? Sorry. Trait? I think just adversity in itself. Like, nobody said this season was going to be perfect for us. There's always going to be ups and downs. And, I think as we get moving here and get to All-Star, then get through All-Star, like, these are the moments that we're going to look back on and hopefully be able to, give a lot of credit to for certain situations that we were put in, for, injuries or, coach it not being here for a couple games too. Like, everybody's been through a little bit of adversity here. So, I think just giving our group credit for being able to stick together and, know that whatever's in our locker room is really all we need to go out there and win. And I'm honestly just really proud of our group every single day, like, come back with the same energy, same attitude, and wanting to get better. So I think just, being in situations that have been, tough and responding really well every single time is what we can always fall back on.
How did you feel after going through whatever, to what extent you went through today?
Yeah, I feel good. I'm going to be day-to-day from here on out, and doing everything I can to put myself in a position to play the next game every single time. That's always my goal, is to be available for the next game, and doing everything I can with the medical staff to be able to get my body right, to be able to do that. And but yeah, I feel good, and just going day by day.
How important do you feel like this game is Tuesday, given the fact that this team needs to experience big-time wins?
Yeah.
Together for the first time?
Yeah, it's a huge opportunity for us. We're going to go in there, and they have a great crowd, great environment, a team that's very experienced with one another, have been in the finals, have been in big situations, won the Commissioner Cup last year. So I think it's a really great opportunity for us to go in there and, see what we're made of, have a little pressure, but also to, just go out there and play our game. Just know that you don't have to play any different than we have been playing, and, personnel will be really important, but we're certainly excited to go out there and try to play for something and get the win.
I figured to have a couple of familiar faces in the All-Star roster, some of your teammates.
Yeah.
How do you talk to that process? Do you expect some gift baskets from some of your teammates that joined you there in the roster?
I certainly, obviously, I'm going to try to get my teammates on my team. Why wouldn't I? That's obviously the goal. And, once they come out with whoever has made it and whoever hasn't, I guess I get to pick and choose. I don't really know how it works. I guess I just found out 2 hours ago. But obviously, my first goal will certainly be able to have my teammates on my team. So, absolutely.
Kelsey, how refreshing is just kind of having the last day to maybe mentally reset and look ahead now to what is a big game for this franchise, being a championship?
It's a big deal. I think that you got to approach it the right way. You got to respect the fact that you're there. You got to do right by it. So preparing and doing everything you need to do leading up to this point is very important. And if you know Minnesota, you know how great they are on both ends of the floor. So everything is important up until it tips off that night.
Have you been feeling a little bit better, a little bit different, or did you kind of just read the room here and be like, hey, I got to elevate my game a little bit more these last few weeks?
No, I'm me. I am who I am. I mean, who I am just comes to, it's not always going to be pretty. It's not going to be perfect, but I always vow to get my best and do my best. So lately, it's just, a leap of faith, obviously, but you like to think that you prepare for moments and that when they do come and when rhythm happens, you utilize it for the right circumstances. So lately, I just try to be in it and be focused and be neutralized to, make shots, hit shots, but also kind of just be where I'm supposed to be and honor and respect the game at the same breath.
You want your money on the line on Tuesday night. Just what does this game mean for you guys as a team?
It's everything. I mean, obviously, and when I say everything, as far as with our culture and everything that we've established over the course of the season and in the preseason, it's a gut check to see where we are and what we need and how we need to be to make a playoff run. So, like I said, for us, it's about taking this opportunity and not just tricking it off and just kind of be prepared for the moment. But I definitely think it's a gut check for us to see where we are.
I mean, anytime you get to be a part of it first, and I think, for me at various levels, first national championship at Purdue and the first WNBA team in Indiana and, the first WNBA championship for the Fever and now an opportunity for the first Commissioner's Cup. So I think anytime you get an opportunity to do something and be the first and be a part of the first, it's special.
Is that something you lean into with the talk of the team? Like, we haven't won anything as a group because last year, like, this has a little bit more meaning than your average game.
I mean, I think that they get that. It's not something that we've been top of mind for us. I think the money's been more top of mind for them than anything else, which whatever added incentive it is. I think another opportunity, too, an added game to learn, to grow, and to be able to just get better.
Caitlin, obviously, number one vote getter. I mean, what do you begin to think, though, in general, just what this will mean for the city as a whole?
I mean, it's gonna be nuts. You saw it with the NBA, right? You saw it with the NBA and the ability for fans to show up and show out. Certainly, Caitlin being able to be a captain, she's gonna put on her GM hat. We'll see how that works right there for her. But I think just what an outstanding opportunity for our city to show up, to show love to the players in the WNBA, and embrace what we love, and that's basketball.
Do you have any advice for her with her GM hat on?
I am not a GM, so I don't have. She'll have to talk to Kelly and Amber about that. So yeah.
There's some coaching parallels. She gets to kind of pick who plays or gets to pick her roster a little.
Well, she gets to pick her roster, so I'll stay in my lane and let her talk to the true GMs for that.
She's a NFL hat, a NFL.
Not really. No, I just wore the hat.
To what extent was Caitlin available today? Did she participate in everything? Or
Yeah, no, she didn't participate in everything. Still working her way. A lot of non-contact shooting stuff. We're just trying to progress slowly, making sure that we don't have any setbacks. So mostly offensive, non-contact work.